guys, so it's me, Kiana. Today I'm going to be showing you what you need to recreate this popular wig that's been floating around the internet. You're going to need some Adore Orange Blaze, some Cajun Spice by Adore. You're going to need something to put your bleach powder and developer in, a comb, and So we have some water wave bundles here. I have a 22-inch and two 20-inch bundles and an 18-inch frontal that we're going to be using today. So first things first, I just combed out the frontal. I'm not going to do this for the rest of the bundles, just the frontal. To be honest, I don't even know why I combed this out, because to be honest, it made it harder. So it's optional if you want to comb out the bundles before bleaching, but I do recommend you do it afterwards. So alright, so now that you have the frontal all nice and combed out and fluffy, what we're going to do is we're going to dye the lace, bleach the lace first. So I'm taking my BW2 developer and I'm just going in with a couple of scoops, and we're going to make it a thick consistency to where the bleach doesn't leak through the lace and bleach the real hair. So, and we're also using 40 volume developer. I only use 40 volume developer on my weaves, but when I'm dyeing someone's real hair, I'll use like a 20 volume developer, 20 to 30. So as you can see, that consistency was just still too soupy for me. So I added one more scoop of the bleaching powder. Sorry, I turned my camera upside down, y'all. I'll be recording with my phone. But yeah, so what we're going to do to bleach the lace, we're going to tap on the bleach and we're going to glide. We're not pressing it into the lace because we do not want to bleach the actual hair. We just want to bleach the lace. So yeah, I'm just tapping and gliding to get the desired look. It's very important to get the edges of the frontal, because I feel like a lot of people miss like the front edges, where your baby hairs are of the frontal. So it's very important to make sure you get that part. If not, bleach a little higher over it just to make sure you get it. And that's the finished result of me putting the bleach on there. Alright, now this bleach was too thick for me to dye the bundles with, so I made it a little bit more soupy by adding some more 40 volume developer, and I just went in and sectioned a piece off of the frontal, and I worked section by section, applying from tip to root. And I bent my what is this utensil called, you guys? Well, I really can't think of it off the tip of my tongue, but I positioned it a certain way so that the dye wouldn't come off as so blunt. Even though it's curly hair, you still don't want it to be blunt. And then I'm just adding some foil to that so it can make it process faster. Next, we're going to start off with the 22-inch water wave bundle. Right here, I'm just showing you guys where I'm going to stop with the bleach. Okay, guys, this is why it is very important to wear gloves while you're bleaching hair. I'm just going to share a lesson with you guys, something that I learned. And I do this all the time. I always bleach hair without bundles, and I don't know why I ain't learned my lesson yet. But if you feel your fingers tingling because you ain't got no gloves on while you bleaching hair, you need to stop, go wash your hands, and go put some Vaseline on them, because it's going to tingle and burn a little bit. So that's how my fingers look. That is gonna fade away probably in the next day, to be honest. So I'm just putting some Vaseline on it to help that healing process. So I don't have a specific time and how long I leave the bleach on hair. I just periodically check to see if it's the color that I want it to be. If it has lifted light enough for me to wash out the bleach. As you can see, this was the last bundle that I dyed, which was a 20-inch bundle, and it just wasn't lifting light enough. So I just go back and layer some more of the bleaching powder and developer mix on top and put it back on there. And you can't really see it because I had horrible lighting, but that's how. Next, this is easier for me than going through and dyeing each bundle. I use the water color method, and first things first, I'm just putting this Cajun spice color in. This is the color of the bundles that I showed you guys, but I'm using a little bit of orange blaze because I ran out of the Cajun spice. You see me digging, trying to put it in there, but I mixed a little bit of orange blaze. And you'll see later on that I'm dipping the frontal in there. Now, I'm not worried about the lace being colored because of the simple fact that orange is kind of really like close to brown, like this specific orange, so I'm not worried about it. So this is before I plucked the frontal. And if you guys want a detailed tutorial on how I pluck the frontal, get this video to 10 likes and I'll do a video on it. And then now I'm just using my boho lace tint in the color medium brown because that's the color that most of my clients are. And I'm just spraying that on there, and I'm only spraying one layer just for the simple fact that my client is light skinned. So so now I'm using a regular schmegular dome cap. So yeah, make sure you measure. You can take the measurements of your client's head, but this is just a normal size of a dome cap. So I already have your needle and thread together. So when making a frontal wig, you want to pull the frontal down at least 1 inch before the dome cap, as you can see me demonstrating. Now, I didn't have any T-pins, but I did have another needle, and I'm just gonna stick it right in the middle, like right in the middle. Okay, so when doing a frontal, you always want to leave the ear tabs out, if that makes sense, because 9 times out of 10, the frontal is not going to match the hairline of the client. It's probably going to be too big for them. So you need to leave that ear tab out so you can be able to customize it to their head when you do apply the wig to the client's head. And when you sew your frontal on, make sure you stitch very close together so that the frontal can be secured. And I just sew one side down first, and then I go to the other side. Yeah, I'm so sorry about the horrible lighting. I had my ring light on, but it's a small ring light, and it was not doing me any justice. But your homegirl tried, all right? Remember to leave those ear tabs out, y'all. That's very important, okay? The ear tabs are not sewn down. I promise you, they are hanging off the wig so we can customize it to the client's head. Alright, now that you have both sides of your frontal sewn down, you want to go ahead and tie that out the way and begin on the bump. Alright, of course, starting with the longest bundle, I am just going to cut each bundle. And okay, let me show y'all something. So when making wigs, I really like to cut the tracks because I just feel like it lays flatter on the wig than the flip over method, especially with frontals. But as you guys can see, I'm cutting the width and I'm measuring it to the other side of the dome cap, and I'm not sewing on there's a band on the dome cap. I'm sewing right above that band because the band on the dome cap keeps the elasticity of the wig, and it keeps it from being like super duper tight on the client's head. Okay, so and remember, I'm cutting each track and I'm measuring it on the dome cap. So I'm measuring it before I cut it. Alright, so now you should get to this U shape. Now we're gonna start placing the tracks going across, just to make it really. Okay, so after you're done with that, you can cut the rest of the dome cap out. Just flip the frontal back and cut the black dome cap. Cut as close to the thread as possible, but make sure you do not cut the thread because the frontal will come apart. Alright, so now next I'm just taking a little bit of mousse just to smooth everything down, you know, get it all looking like slick Rick, you know what I'm saying? Now, I do not do baby edges yet on the frontal. I do makeshift baby edges on the frontal until I apply it to my client's head. When my clients get here, that is when I do the baby edges. But this is just for picture wise, when you're taking pictures and you want it to look well. But I do not do baby edges until my client gets there, so I can shape it right accordingly to their head shape. Okay. All right, so this is just a makeshift just to make the wig, you know, look aesthetically pleasing. Next, I'm just adding some mousse. Now, you can't add all types of mousse to the hair because it will make it hard. But as long as you apply the mousse while it's wet, you should be fine. But this is the end result of the wig. I hope you guys like it. And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.